Light Zone with Wayne 15 Sports Director Glenn Marini. Local sports coverage you can count on.
Well, thanks to Mother Nature, the roads have been a bit slippery, but the path to Bankers Life Fieldhouse, that can be even trickier still. After a couple days of postponements, girls sectionals tipping off in earnest tonight, and Andy McDonald joins us with your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Andy.
Hey, thank you, Glenn. It was just 2 seasons ago that Homestead, they brought home that 4A state championship. Caressa McLaughlin, Madison Parker, and company, they have all graduated. But the Spartans, a definite chance to make it back to Indy for a second time in the last 3 years. Homestead versus Wayne. It's your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Homestead coming into this thing 22-3. Wayne just 1-9 on the year. First quarter, Solaire Starks, one of 7 seniors, trying to go out on top. The pull-up jumper from the wing. Then the defense locks down. Haley Swing, another senior. The rip and the hoop on the arm on the other end. This Spartans team is ready for anything in this tourney. They played 5 games in 4 days, beating teams from 3 different states. Sydney Graber, the easy bucket in transition. Homestead cruising, and the first quarter ain't even over yet. Another Generals turnover leads to yet another hoop for the Spartans. The freshman phenom, Ayanna Patterson, makes it 17-zip. She had 15 on the night. It's a 47-5 lead at the break. Second half, the Generals get in the paint and make something happen. Shire Alexander, the and one, but Homestead has their eyes on the prize, their sights on Bankers Life Fieldhouse, even as they take it 1 game at a time. Kara Geely, picture perfect shot at Homestead. They advance convincingly, 76-13, that final.
I think we're as prepared as we can be. This is what we've been working for every practice this season, is this game right here, and we just need to go out and do what we can do.
After we lost last year, we had open gyms in the spring, and that's all we've been talking about, and, it's in the back of our heads. But, coming in tomorrow, it's at the front of our heads. We're getting ready to play them, and we want to win. We're keeping that in our minds, so it's motivating us.
That rivalry, if it is Southside, has become very big for us and them, and it'll be a game with a lot of energy, and it'll be a great environment.
So who will Homestead face tomorrow in that sectional title game, Southside or Muncie Central? JC Jones early on. She's already made 9 triples in the game this last week. She knocks down this one. The Bearcats, they would break the Archer's press early on. Madison Gieslin gets to the rack. The ridiculous reverse for 2 points. Then it's Olivia Smith walking around the screen. Hand down, man down. Give her all 3 of these. But Muncie Central actually keeping pace. Elia Wilson from distance from the wing. That cuts the Southside advantage to 18-12. The Archers, though, they have yet another gear. It's Smith again in the paint this time. They put up 91. Southside wins 91-43, so it'll be Homestead, Southside, 7:30 tomorrow night for that sectional championship. Glenn, back to you.
Homestead versus Southside for the championship. Who'd have thunk it? Hey, 4A sectional action up in Waterloo. First game of this sectional. One was pushed back since Tuesday. Traven Datcher, no matter. She had 14 and 7, but the Barons up 30-29 in the third. Brooke Destiny Lockwood, 3 names, 2 points. Actually, she had 14 on the game, but 2 there. Barons up 32-29. Fourth quarter, Northrop taking control. They were down. Definitely not out. Destiny Jackson, she had 14. Northrop takes a 41-36 lead. Then it's Jaasia Scott with the steal and the deuce. She had 17. Northrop comes back to win this one, 54-43.
I just told the girls I didn't know who they were. Basically, we have to fight, we have to struggle, and we have to embrace the struggle. So that's what they came out and did. That third quarter was big, and then it carried over into the fourth quarter. That defense wins games, and our defense definitely won that game today.
Coaches were just saying, it's all about heart. Do you really want to win? And we've been in this moment before, and we're used to it. We're ready to go. We got to pull it out.
And Northrop advances to face Northside at 6 o'clock tomorrow in the semifinals. Hey, in the nightcap at DeKalb, couple of SAC folks, Carroll and Snyder. The Panthers actually beat the Chargers by 9 last Friday, so keep that in mind. They were full of confidence, and Nyasha Hardy shows you why. She had the deuce. Snyder jumps out to an early 6-0 lead. Mark Redding, though, his troop fires back. Emily Parrott. It's a long two, but she had 17 points on the game, and that would lead Carroll. Delisha Davis. What a career she's had at Snyder. She had 13 to lead the Panthers tonight, but it wouldn't be enough in the second quarter. You're going to see Olivia Hepner. Been doing it all season long. She had 13 on this game, and Carroll avenges that earlier loss to the Panthers, 49-42. So it's Carroll versus East Noble tomorrow at 7:30. 4A Sectional 4, Warsaw in action in Northridge. The 14-8 Tigers taking on Elkhart Memorial. First possession of the game, it's Casey Lynn Krebs with the 3, and Warsaw out to an early lead. Later, you're going to see Haley Ship. Matter of fact, this is second quarter. She had a game-high 13 points to pilfer the pair, and the foul there as Warsaw wins 40-20. They'll get Elkhart Central tomorrow. 3A hoops because of weather. We're talking triple header tonight at Concordia. In the first game, it's the host Cadets taking on Dwenger, and in the first quarter, CC Callaway kicks it to El Fritja. It's a good combination because Concordia jumps out to a 7-zip lead. Dwenger trying to get inside here to the rack. It's Kayliana Hamill off glass for 2. Dave Miller saying, hey, you got to play better D than that. But it's the offense carrying Concordia here. Carissa Garcia, the school's all-time leading scorer. She had 24 in this game. And then off the nice feed, it's Nautica Rogers with the lay-in. Concordia rolls the Saints in this one, 56-29.
Just executing our game plan. We knew they were going to press us the whole game, so we had to go out and execute that, not get tripped up by that. We started off a little slow, but I think our offense got flowing. We got stops towards the end, and that's what made the difference. Well, we just got to take every game one game at a time. We can't take anyone for granted. I mean, anyone can beat anyone on any given day.
Concordia now faces Woodland tomorrow at 6 in the semifinals. In the sandwich game at Concordia, Garrett battling New Haven. The Railroaders looking for win number 13. Bulldogs looking for win number 4. Opening tip, Natalie Armstrong gets the deuce and Garrett in the lead. Later, Mackenzie Castleman, they don't come out and guard her. That's a mistake. Garrett up 5-0. New Haven going inside. Avarcia Nard, only a sophomore, good name to know. She had 20 points in this one. That would lead the Bulldogs, but Castleman drains it from 3, and then watch this one. They don't come out and get her. Again, that's a mistake. Castleman had 21 to lead everybody. Garrett wins 62-39. Third and final game at the cage tonight. Leo and Angola, those Pandas making the trek from Steuben County. First quarter, those Pandas would be happy. Sarah's Duvendak nails the 3, and then it's Kayla Fenstermal with the lay-in right there for the Hornets. They jump out to a 7-1 lead. Hey, you better make it 9-1. Hannah Knoll with the steal and the score. Only a sophomore, Knoll playing well for the Hornets. You're going to see Leo get on the board with this bucket. Emma Robinson, a stick back for the Lions, but it's Angola winning 66-27. You got Angola versus Garrett at 7:30 tomorrow night. Down in Ossian, one of the most anticipated games of the evening. Marion bringing their fans. They're ranked 11th at 3A, and they're 18-4. Lewis 13-7. Jasmine Harvey showing you why Marion will be a tough out in this tournament. Marion up in the third, 30-18. Then it's Jasmine Harvey again. Loose ball, picks it up and scores. Marion takes a 38-25 lead. Again, that's in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, Lures with 3 straight threes from Delaney Bailey would cut it to 42-41, but Marion gonna hang tough in this one. Jasmine Harvey, the and one, as Marion knocks out Lures 50-41.
It's all hyped up and our adrenaline's running and we're all coming out pumped up, and we came out a little flat and we just got to clean it up to be prepared for the next team.
We had a couple extra days of practice. The girls were kind of chomping at the bits. We were a little rusty at that time, but that's okay. It's a lot of credit to Bishop Lures. At the end of the day, we survived in advance, and that was the most important thing. We'll be here tomorrow.
As for the nightcap at Norwell, Columbia City and Mississinawa both trying to survive in advance. Both of these teams 13 wins in the regular season, but it was Columbia City coming out hot. Gabby Fry with the layup that gets the Eagles on the board. Then it's Grace Schrader for 3. Perfect form. 5-zip Columbia City out of the gate. Haley Bosler here working it inside, left hand off glass. Well, you'll see Fry doing work for Columbia City. She gets the deuce as Columbia City wins this one 52-32 over Mississinewa. Columbia City and Marion now square off tomorrow night at 7:30. 3A sectional play at West Noble. First round action here. 14-win Lakeland taking on a 4-win Wawasee team. Fourth quarter, Wawasee's Casey Schroeder with the 3. So Lakeland up 42-27. Lakeland going inside. You're going to see Bailey Hartso. Bucket right there. 46-29. Then it's Hartso again. Yeah, they had a good thing going with her inside. Casey Schroeder here, knifing her way through, but Wawasee falls to Lakeland. The Lakers take it 53-33. Lakeland gets Tippy Valley at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Night game in Ligonier. Host West Noble facing Fairfield Chargers. One of the teams to beat at this sectional, Dale Morano's team, 15-5 coming in. West Noble's Tara Miller with the triple. It's a 3-zip game. How about Morgan Sanchez for Fairfield? Underneath for the deuce. It's a 3-2 game. You'll see Megan Godfrey with lefty off glass right there. An 8-2 West Noble advantage. Then Angela Gross gets the and one as West Noble wins at home 38-25. It's West Noble advancing to play Northwood tomorrow in the late game at 7:30. Well, we're going to take a quick timeout, but in a couple minutes, we're going to go to some big-time matchups with your smaller schools. In 2A, reigning state champ Central Noble. Yeah, looking to make another run to Indianapolis. Could conference rival Westview knock off the top-ranked Cougars? We'll see. At Bluffton, Tigers won their first sectional in 20 years last season. Could they keep up that postseason success? And Northfield, sneaky good, ranked 4th in the state's 1A poll. The Norsemen put a 15-game winning streak on the line next in the zone.
Welcome to Ben's Den. Stay tuned for more highlights of.
Welcome to.
We're the West Noble Chargers, and welcome back to the Highlight Zone.
Hey, counting last season's run to a state title, it's been a long, long time since Central Noble was on the wrong side of the scoreboard. With a 22-0 mark this year and 9 straight wins to end last season, the Cougars winners of 31 straight. Would they be tested tonight in the first game played at Sectional 35? Well, the top-ranked Cougars hosting conference rival Westview in the third quarter despite being down. Westview making a charge. Ashia Kloffenstein with 2 of her 13 points. Recently went over 1,000 for her career. Then it's Jensen Reynolds drilling the 3, but Westview down 24. Central Noble gets a spark on defense. That's Sydney Freeman, known for her offense, the future Ball State Cardinal with the swat. And then the swipe from Freeman. She had a game-high 20 and Central Noble in control. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Bridget Gray dialing in from long distance. Gray with 14 on the game. And then future St. Francis Cougar Malia Leatherman outruns them all. She had 14. Central Noble's winning streak continues. They take it 57-25.
Lately we've been having kind of like rough starts, so we wanted to make sure that we got out and played. Run transition, box out is what we've been focusing on.
We just have to play as hard as we can and like during the season we said, act like it's your last game, but it really could be our last game, so we just have to keep playing like that.
Next up, it's Central Noble facing Whitco in the semifinals. That's tomorrow at 6. Other half of the bracket in Albion, Bremen and LaVille. Bremen coming in 17-6, LaVille 5-17. First quarter, it's LaVille getting on the board first. Julia Hall cleaning up the miss, but Bremen would answer. You knew they would. From behind the arc, that was Kaylin Shively. Then it's Elia Foster draining a 3, and this one 6-2 Bremen after one. A low-scoring game. Defense, the premium name of the game here. Second quarter, Aaron Kofel with the and one, and Bremen takes care of business 35-24. Bremen gets Prairie Heights at 7:30 tomorrow. Down at the Tigers Den last year, Bluffton brought home its first sectional title in 20 years. Coach Grau trying to do it again. First round game against Eastside, that's Emmy Boots scoring from mid-range, but Mackenzie Reekie answers with a triple for the ladies in green. Later in the third, Boots knows her way around the basket, and you're going to see more from Bluffton. Tough to beat this team on their home floor. That's Olivia King going strong as Bluffton knocks out Eastside 51-30.
Oh, it feels so good. Since last year, since we won sectional, it feels good to be back. And like all year, we prepared for this tournament, so it feels good to finally see our hard work pay off.
A quick turnaround like that, it's a new day. You come back and you look at what we've got to see to do against a solid Cherubusco team. So we're going to just try to give our very best to see what we can do to be prepared for them. And we'll go through a scout and go through film and walk through things we need to do, and then we'll just concentrate on ourselves.
Yeah, as Coach said, Bluffton gets Busco tomorrow at 6 in the semifinals. Canterbury, 5 state titles in program history. We're talking third most in state history, but tonight, the 0-9 Cavs trying to avoid a winless season first quarter. This would help. Marissa Rivers gets the and one for the Cavs, but Sage Hammond scoring on the inside for AC. And you're going to see more from the Jets. McKenna Deach left wide open from the baseline. She hits the three. Then it's Deach again as Adams Central will be moving on. The Jets take out Canterbury 67-20. AC gets South Adams tomorrow at 7:30. 2A in Manchester, the host Squires 15 wins on the season. That includes an 11-point victory over Rochester 2 weeks ago. Those two at it again. Rochester's Geneva Isbell to Emily Hughes for the basket. Manchester with a 5-2 lead, though, and it's Journey Kripe to Kennedy Lauer inside. Good ball movement right there. She lays it in, and it's a 6-5 game. Watch this. Kiera Hatfield with the tip right at the buzzer to Kennedy Fierstos, and she beats that first quarter buzzer. Manchester goes on to beat Rochester 38-29. Manchester going to play Cass tomorrow. 1A sectional 54 at Northfield. They're already in the semifinals. Southwood facing Frontier. Start of the third quarter. Southwood Lady Knights leading at 30-9. Kyra Wilson with the bucket, though, for Frontier to cut into that lead. Morgan Farr, though, coming the other way. She gets the pilfer and the pair. Southwood's lead now up to 34-12. Later in the third, more from Southwood. Sierra Stout. And that's good as Southwood beats Frontier 56-27. So who will Southwood get in the sectional title game tomorrow night? Tri-Central or Northfield? Northfield 21-2, ranked 4th in this week's 1A state poll. First quarter, Addie Baker showing you why. Northfield out to an early 4-2 lead. Later in the first, it's more from Northfield and more from Miss Addie Baker. Watch her work the glass. Part of the reason that this Northfield team is so tough. 10-3 Northfield in the lead. Then watch Kelsey Thompson here. Nobody going to pick her up, so she goes straight to the rack. Thompson with the bucket as Northfield rolls 74-28. So Northfield will battle Southwood tomorrow for the sectional title at 7:30. That'll do it for high school girls hoops. We'll be back with some Mad Ants and your play of the week next.
We're the Northfield Northmen. Stay tuned for the best sectional highlights. On the highlights now. Let's go!
Well, it's the time of the show where we honor the best of the best. It's your Highlight Zone play of the week. And for this one, we're talking Manchester, Rochester. Take a look at Manchester's Kiera Hatfield tipping it to her teammate Kennedy Fierstos. Fierstos at the buzzer of the first quarter. And that, folks, is Heads Up Play and your Highlight Zone play of the week. Congrats to Manchester on that one. Hey, Mad Ants back home after a pair of games on the road. Ants hosting the Raptors 905, led by former IU star Christian Watford. First quarter, Alize Johnson with 2 of his 31, also had 14 rebounds for a double-double. Watford, if you're a Kentucky fan, you know he can shoot the 3. Raptors up by 10 early, but the Mad Ants take over from there. Omari Johnson, 3 of his 24. Then it's Alize Johnson working his way in here as the Mad Ants win it 117-112. They're at Grand Rapids tomorrow. Last but not least, one boys game on the slate tonight at Bishop Dwenger. The Saints hosting Snyder. Dylan Duff coming out cannon the 3. He had 17. Later, you'll see Michael Ely with the steal and the lay-in. Ely had a night. He had 25 as Snyder wins at 65-59. That does it. We'll see you next Friday.